Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 with the Rude Man. We're back in Brazil, and I guess we got some more. I'm thinking the rice is going to be ready today, so we're going to have to go at that rice for a little bit, I guess. James, Anthony, are you? Do you want me to call you Anthony or James? Your choice. How you doing? Good to see you. All right, I got to get that plow off the field. I can't remember what I was doing. Let's see. This can move. It's just kind of in the way. There's Scorp. ABC, all good. Howdy, howdy. Howdy, howdy, hi there, friends and neighbors. Okay, you got it. So James wants to be called Anthony, which is okay. I'm used to Anthony. All righty, what were we doing with this? El Sugar Beats. Lori, oh my God, Lori's okay. Hi, Lori. Speaking of being okay, you guys heard me talking about Steve the farmer, that we haven't seen him for a while, and me saying I hope everything's okay down there in Australia. He sent me a message this morning telling me that he's okay, everything's doing good down there. He just hasn't been able to catch the live streams because of the time. And so that he said if he is able to catch a live stream, he'd say hi. But he says he's been watching them and everything's okay, so. I hit 1 billion on my game last night. You're finally a billionaire, huh? Oh no, Lori's been sick. I hope you're feeling better now. I got lucky because grandkids have been sick. Jagan was having a fever here last weekend. Last Friday night, I think it was. And anyway, he's better now, but I've been worried about getting sick again. Mason's in the house. Slight fever, but better. That's what Jagan had. Just a little bit of a fever and a little hacky cough with it. But see, he's got allergies, so he's always kind of got the hacky cough. Depending on what time of year it is. But the fever was a little bit off. Who's the troublemaker? Mason's calling me the troublemaker. He must be talking about Lori. Mason, are you talking about Lori? The traffic's slow here. Uh-oh. Is it full? Did I come over here for no reason? Oh, wait a minute. I wasn't on the trailer. I guess it makes a difference whether you're on the truck or the trailer. If I switch to the truck, it goes away. Weird. I guess I've seen that before, but I didn't know it was a thing for sure. Oh, I'm the troublemaker. All right. Okay. I'm trying to get used to the camera. My camera's moved now. My camera's right in front of me where it used to be over there. I had it over there because that's where the chat is. So if you see me looking over here, I'm looking at the chat. It's on a different monitor. So, but I moved the camera, and the reason I moved the camera, it's a new camera. I don't know, because I don't watch myself, so I don't know if this is a better camera. I've been told this is a better quality camera, but I haven't been able to test it out to tell because I don't watch my videos. So we'll see. Dennis in the house. Hey, Dennis, how is it going today? I hope you're well. I'm going to try it while I'm here with the dump truck. I'm going to see if I can get some pig food. There we go. Pig food it is. Not very much. I must have run out of a lot of stuff because this thing's been running for a while. I must have been out of potatoes and things like that. By the way, Riley, hi, how are you? Sup, dude? I'm doing good. Hope you're doing well as well. Every time I see somebody that says sup, I think of that parody. There was a parody of the Twilight movies where it's not the real actors, it's look-alike actors, and they're in the forest. And the boyfriend vampire and the girl vampire wannabe have a little bit of a disagreement, and the boyfriend vampire leaves, and then from a rock behind her you hear this noise, and she turns around and it's the werewolf guy as a wolf in wolf form, and he just lifts his chin up and says sup. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Yep, Farm Sim 22. In about a month we'll have Farm Sim 25. Let's see, it's on the 12th, so it's a little bit over a month from now. And it's not that I'm looking forward to it. It's just another variation of the game. I'm not, I'm not excited at all, really. It used to be I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait to get the new version. Now it doesn't matter. I only play this game for you guys. As you well know, I don't play this game for fun anymore. When I'm sitting around looking for a game to play, it isn't this one. As a matter of fact, I've been playing nothing but Red Dead for the last 4 days. Which is unusual for me. I'm usually playing 4 or 5 games at the same time. Andy's in the house. How long? I don't know how long I've been live streaming, Scorp. 12 years? 13 years? $11 It's been about 12 years. So you can understand, I have to have tens of thousands of hours on it now. Last year or two, I checked and I had over 8,000 hours on this game.
Oh, yeah.
So it's got to be tens of thousands of hours now. So you can understand how I'm burned out on it. But then that's a little not fair either, because I'm not really burned out on it. I enjoy playing it when I'm playing it. I just don't want to play it all the time like I used to. So what games do I like? Well, I've had my YouTube page quite a while. I've played tons of games. I like role-playing games. I like games with stories in them. I'm not a first-person shooter. I'm really not into survival games all that much, although it depends on what you're calling a survival game. Some people say that Fallout 4, Skyrim, games like that are survival games, and they are to some extent. They could also be categorized as a first-person shooter in some respects. Because look at Fallout 4, what are you doing? You're walking around with a gun and you're shooting zombies and you're shooting, or not zombies, but ghouls, and you're shooting bad guys and franchise guys. And, so it could be considered survival. It could be considered first-person shooter. It's not really. It's a role-playing game. That's how I play it anyway, as an RPG. I got to sleep here because I've got crops that are growing, and I've got nothing to harvest right now. So let's go in and try to let the crops grow a little bit. IDX is following. Eric, thank you. I thank you, and the Dancing Twinkies, thank you. Let's get you... anybody that subscribes or follows gets a free tractor if the memes are working today. So let's find out. All right, there you go. A brand new tractor for the follow. It's the biggest, cheapest we could find. But it's all yours. I don't know why it's doing twice when I do it. I don't know why it's doing that. Weird. I wonder if it's costing me twice the money. The grain buckets. All right, so this isn't ready yet. I don't think any of it is, but we're going to sleep another day here. If I can get All right. Andy's first serve on the mead today. I don't know. You guys been watching me for a while with is this camera any better than the other one? I know you probably don't look at me that closely. I wouldn't. I never watch my own videos because I don't like me. I don't like me at all. I hate my voice. If I was in the neighborhood, I wouldn't even be friends with me. Now, the first thing I usually do is put flight mode on, and I didn't do it today. So, let's go take a look what the crops are doing. Everything's growing. Let's see, we've got canola here. And I put some pinto beans in. And then the rest was canola, because I'm going to do oil, I guess. So that's going. This is all going. That's all growing. There's nothing ready to harvest yet. All this rice is growing. All right. Go back to bed. If I can find my farm. Where's my farm? I'm lost. There it is. This is probably one of the smallest farms I've had on a map recently. Well, what's the like? I'm getting too old. I had a dream last night that I was too old to do this. That I was old and decrepit, and which is true. What can I say? It's true. I'd lost all my teeth. I had dentures. I've been pretty lucky. 71 years old, still have all my own teeth. I didn't tell you guys. Well, maybe I did. I used to be the Grand Poobah in the local Elks. And the exalted ruler, they call him. And I was the local Elks Exalted Ruler one time, and I went through all the chairs. You have to go through all the positions before you can be get up to the top dude. Is that door? I'm trying to go through the glass. Well, that wasn't working. Anyway, it was kind of funny because I was the youngest person there, and I brought my own people in. So the Elks is an old organization, and all the other Elks that were there were in there. Nobody less than 60. They were all 60s, 70s, 80s, except for me. And I brought in a bunch of young guys for my officers. So I got a bunch of my friends together, and we came over and kind of took it over a little bit. And we went through the chairs, and then I became Exalted Ruler. But they didn't. It didn't quite work out. But the whole point of it was that as I was coming up through the chairs, my claim to fame was I was the only elk that had my own teeth, because all of them were so old they all had dentures. Okay, what else did I need to do? I can't remember. Well, I gotta sleep again anyway. Nothing's ready. Let me in. Why would you keep a propane tank right there in the kitchen? That seems kind of dangerous to me. What if a spark flew from the oven or something? Better than the way of chat. What? The heart fell on the floor. I see they moved my heart again. Oh, that heart. You mean in the chat? Hey, look, we're making eggs. And I have to ask, I wonder if the ducks are laying eggs or just the chickens, and they're out of feed again. Doggone it. Man, they go through a lot of feed. Well, actually, they don't. They don't take much feed. And I don't know if I've got any. Oh, look, some rice is ready. I don't think they'll take rice. Hang on. I don't think that they'll take rice. It's magic. I believe in magic. Look out, hen. Yeah, it doesn't take very much. Yeah, it barely takes any. So I'm gonna get rid of that. All right. First of all, let's get this guy off the road, off the field. Jeremy's in the house. Jeremy, how you doing? Oh, I see Riley's on Twitch, over on Twitch. Yeah, there's a link to the Discord under Streamlabs someplace. Hank the Gamer's in here. Hank the Gamer, how you doing? Jeremy's in. If you do ! Discord, it'll give you a link. If you just type that in, ! Discord, one word, and that'll put a link in for you. Hank, how's it going? All right, I'm just going to park this guy. I don't have room for equipment on this map. It's terrible. All right, let's see. We need to get the combines going, so let's grab this guy. And we need to dump the headers, because I'm not going to be doing... All right, there's your link for Discord. All right, now I got to find my headers. Where did I leave them? I misplaced my headers. There they are. Okay, they're over in the field. I misplace them all the time. Yeah, I was right. It is in Streamlabs. We're going to do a little rice while we're waiting for the canola and the pinto beans. Man, I tell you, in my lifetime, I've eaten a lot of pinto beans. And I like them. I'm a big bean eater. All right, let's get over into that field. We're going to have to do it the magical way. I believe in magic. All right, now before I can do this, I need to get the water out of the field. The fields are all flooded, as you can see. You can see the water. Kind of. Somewhere. There is water in there. Is there water on this field? Wait a minute. Okay, the water's off. Yeah, water's off. There was water, because you can't see it now. All right, so water's off. Let's get this person motating here. All right, where's my other one? There we go. Let's get rid of that, that header. Hank the Gamer, Hank's only got 19 buckets of grain. You can't buy anything with that. Well, I guess he can. Some of the stuff is 10 buckets. Let's see, Panic is 10 buckets. That tree that beats the snot out of you, that's 10 buckets, I think. All right, let's see if there's any other rice ready. Okay, this rice is ready. All the rice is ready. Okay. Let's move over to... Well, we'll let this combine that's out do this. And let's move... Scorps, bad tree. What you gonna do? Now you can see the water if you look in the distance on the fields. You can see the water. So let me go turn this water off, and I'll put this other combine in this field. I'll start on this and over here. So let's drop down, and you can see the water. It's easy. It's more easily seen on this field. You can see it. Andy's a band of brothers. I think we're going to need a round of beer for that band of brothers. All right, so if we pick up this there, that'll take the pipes out, and the water's now gone out of the field. And we'll grab the other combine here, as long as I got to get my header on it first. Header it is. Oh, I've got an announcement. I was told last night by Adeline. Addie heard me last week, or Tuesday, I guess it was. Was it Tuesday? Must have been Tuesday. Addie heard her name coming out of the studio. So she said she snuck up to the door and put her ear to the door to hear what I was talking about. And I was talking about her being 16 and trying to get a driver's permit. Well, I sat down with her after the live stream last week, or Tuesday. And you can do it online now. You still have to go to the DMV, but to save time and not have to make an appointment, you can get it all done online. So you do the written part, the study part, the written part. You go online. You have to put in. You have to have a sponsor. What's the word they use? A proctor. You have to have a proctor, which was me. I had to give them, my name, my age, my physical address, my ID, that kind of stuff, and then I become her proctor. Now the proctor's not allowed to give them any answers, and you might wonder, well, how could they know if you're doing it online whether I'm giving her answers or not? They have cameras on you. Okay, so you have to line up the camera on the computer, and then the person takes the test, and if I'm talking, they can see me talking. So anyway, she took the test. You can miss 8 questions out of 35, and she said she studied, which she did, not very long, and she was down. She missed 7, and she had 2 questions left to answer. She was on question 23. She answered 24 correct, or 34 correct. 35 pops up, and she looks at it, and she doesn't know the answer. And so I couldn't say anything. And so she worked it over, and she went ahead and selected an answer, and it happened to be the right one. And so she passed. She got her certificate. And then they email you a copy of the certificate, and then you have to take that in to the DMV along with your ID, and then you can get your permit issued. But it wasn't the permit she was after, really, because she's not going to be driving anywhere anytime soon. She got a job. I told you about the job. She got a job at Wendy's. Well, to do that, she has to have ID, and she didn't have any ID. So this now gives her a piece of picture ID to go along with her birth certificate and her Social Security card. So she's all ready to go. She has her orientation tomorrow, and yesterday she went and got her permit. And she wanted me to tell you, because she's so excited, that she got her permit. So I'm telling you. So there you go. How to make rice patties? What? I want to know how to make a hamburger patty. Hell with rice patty. All right, are we not getting... All right, we're not getting windrow. Let me see if I can switch that. All right, there we go. We got windrow now. Bill's in the house. Bill's stuck in Sweden. What can we do? You want a Krabby Patty meal? Comes out on October 8th. Are you kidding? A Krabby Patty meal at Wendy's? She's still not sure what she's going to be doing. They're going to give her, she got a call yesterday, or the day before. Yeah, day before yesterday, she got a call from the assistant manager who does the orientation. So she's got an appointment for orientation. So she still doesn't know what she's going to be doing. And you got to remember, she's still in school. She's still in high school. So it's not like it's a full-time job. She'll be working a few hours after school, I think. Uncle? Who's uncle? Bill's been in Germany? Have you been to Spain this year? And do you still have your property in Spain? All right, I just hired a worker. Let's see. Lori's back from being sick, and I put her right on the combine. Oh, you respect me. Okay, well, I was just wondering because I got a very big family, and I couldn't remember anybody named Riley. So I would just check because I got a lot of my my niece and nephew's kids. But they still call you uncle, even though I'm their great uncle. I'm older than everybody, Riley. You're not going to find too many YouTubers out there 71 years old. There are a few. I know there's an 80-year-old woman that plays Skyrim, and she just did a video where she had some kind of surgery and was thinking she was going to have to give up YouTubing. Yeah, she's in her 80s. Still have it. 2 months. All right, Riley. Don't worry. I'll accept it, but I don't have Discord going while I'm live streaming, so I'd have to get on another PC, and I'll get on as soon as the live stream's over and accept it. Don't worry. I accept everybody anyway. All right, let's get going with this. We'll let Lori go. She knows what she's doing, but let's get started here on this field. So how was Germany? Did you have a brat while you were there? You don't have to wear lederhosen, do you? I forget. Does Sweden have their own version of lederhose? Oh shoot! I'm not gotten a windrow here. All right, there we go. Ken Dog's following. Somebody want to send Ken Dog a new tractor? Everybody that follows gets a new tractor or subscribes. Thank you, Ken Dog. I thank you, and the Dancing Twinkies thank you. They get more excited than I do. Not that I don't get excited, but you can't get too excited when you're my age. You might have a heart attack. So I try not to get too overexcited. Where's Lori going? There you go, brand new tractor for you. The only thing we could afford to hand out. You got back from a concert and you had to wear lederhosen to a concert? Is lederhosen, does it keep you warm? Or is it more like the kilt where the wind's blowing through everything? Oh, well, thank you, Ken Dog. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers, Scorpion. This round's on you. They would have kicked you out. They'd have to catch you first. Bill, are you still doing high-rise work? That'd scare the hell out of me, I'm telling you. I'd be so scared I couldn't do the job. Those Germans, they're too slow. They'd never catch me. Uh-oh, I missed a patch. No patch, too big. Have you got a pretty good schedule for that kind of thing? Because how do you go to Spain? Do you have to take the crane with you? Can you travel with those cranes? By the way, for those that don't know, Bill works on one of those great big cranes that put skyscrapers up. I'm thinking that's what you're doing, but it's a building crane. It scared the hell out of me. I got a picture someplace. I think there's some pictures on Discord of Bill in his crane. The silence. Yeah, there wouldn't be silence. I'd be screaming. I'd be screaming my ass off up there. I'd be so scared. Is Lori done yet? Oh, Lori quit on us. Did Lori have to leave? I thought I heard somebody say goodbye. But I'm glad she's feeling better. Bill swings through the air with the greatest of ease. Wasn't there something about that on trapeze artist, swing through the air with the greatest of ease. All right, so we've got to head to the other fields up there, but I'm going to have to turn the water off. So let's run and turn the water off. These fields over here have a different source of water, so we'll shut that off and drain the field. I don't know if I can get across that ditch with the combine or not. I don't even know whether I should really try. I think I can jump it. Let's see if I can jump it. Ready? Here goes. Bill can see Oregon from up there. Hang on. Oh, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. It put a little Spanish tilt to it. It was perfecto. He swings through the air with the greatest of ease. Good old Bill on top of the trapeze. Okay, now this one, I can just keep going. I'll just keep going. This is the fastest way to do it. I just have to do a little cleanup afterwards. I guess I didn't have to jump so high, but I've got my Keds on. Do they sell Keds anymore? Keds was a brand name for a tennis shoe back in the day, back when I was a Ute. And their advertisement was run faster, jump higher with Keds. It's like they were made out of blubber or something. There was a Disney movie about blubber, I think it was called, where they made some kind of a rubber stuff. Some school teacher, scientist, made this rubber stuff he'd paint on the bottom of tennis shoes, and the kids could jump like they were on a trampoline. They were bouncing all over the basketball court. It was quite silly. But it was a Disney movie. That's what Disney movies are, quite silly. Ken Dog said he remembers that movie. God, I haven't seen it in years. I saw it when it was out. It took quite the deal for us to be able to go see a movie because we didn't have money. We didn't have any money. We had to earn our own money. But everything was in bottles back then. You couldn't find canned anything. Beer was in a bottle. Pop was in a bottle. And people would throw the bottles out into the ditches. And we would run around and collect bottles, beer bottles and pop bottles, take them in and trade them in for money. And we could make enough money to buy a movie ticket. And that's how we went to the movies. And it wasn't it wasn't like nowadays some kid, his parents buy him a riding lawnmower that, you know, a John Deere or some kind, and he runs through the neighborhood and makes money cutting grass. If you were going to cut grass back then, there weren't anything there was not anything like a powered lawnmower. The lawnmower you pushed, and it had a reel on it, and you were the power. And it wasn't easy if the grass was tall. But I keep forgetting my camera's not over there anymore. Camera's here now. It does have a big green light on it, so I should be able to see that. So there weren't too many kids out there cutting grass for money is what I'm trying to say. It was too hard a job. But there were plenty of beer bottles and pop bottles out there, if you knew where to look. You got to remember, I was raised in the Yakima Valley, which is literally the whole valley is part of the. It isn't legally part of the reservation, but it might as well be. So although I wasn't raised on the reservation, I kind of was. And you know, a lot of people would drink beer and just throw their bottles out in the ditches, and so we just collect them up, make a little money. I'm missing quite a bit here. Oh yeah, you could lose a foot real easy, believe me. Yeah, they were pretty dangerous. I forgot to ask Lori how Rob's doing. Cat Dog says I'm dating myself. Yeah. I used to be able to, I used to get away with being 35 until I put the camera up. Now it's kind of hard to hide the fact that I'm an old dude now. I never tried to hide my age, really. It's just everybody said, hey, what are you, about 35? And I said, yeah, sure, I'm about 35. I've been getting away with it for 12 years, 11 years, but not anymore. Camera tells everything. Camera tells the story, man. Hey, you had spaghetti for dinner, didn't you? Yeah. Oh, you see a noodle hanging down? Damn camera. Can't hide anything. I guess this might work better if I go a little bit slower on end. Entering each of the new fields. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever taken. Picture. My neighbor, when I was a kid, had one. He asked me if I wanted to mow his lawn for him. I left very quickly. Yeah, you had to be pretty stout to run one of those things. It wasn't too bad if you kept it mowed. But by God, if you missed a week, it was a job. I cheated. I just took a couple of my little brothers with me and took a little bit of rope, tied the rope around them, and made me pull. I made them pull like a couple of dog sleds. Yeah, it's mostly Oreo cookies. I can't just eat an Oreo cookie. And I like the vanilla ones the best. Carol buys me the vanilla ones, and she buys everybody else the chocolate ones. Not that I don't like the chocolate ones. I'll eat those too. But I prefer the vanilla ones. But I can't just eat them. I have to have a juice glass of milk and dunk them and soak them all up. Lori's back. Oh, his birthday's tomorrow. Oh. I won't be able to say happy birthday. I guess I can say happy birthday today. And then you can show it to him. It is recorded, by the way. You know, you can watch it later. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rob. I can't sing. Happy birthday to you. I don't usually sing it. I usually play the Beatles version of the birthday song. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Boom, boom, boom. Da-na-na-na-na-na. It's the only Beatles song I ever really liked. I wasn't much of a Beatles fan. And remember, I was there when they were discovered. Well, not there. I wasn't in England. But I can tell you, they weren't popular very long before they came over to America. And there was headline news in every newspaper where it's the Beatles invasion. And they were basically considered subversive because their haircuts were weird, you know. Later, the Three Stooges, made their hairdos popular because Mo used to wear his hair like the Beatles did. That bowl cut. Swaying topside. Cheap viewers on. I don't know what that means. Oh no. You shaved your head? Did you do that for a reason? I mean, most people that I see that shaves their head is because they're going bald. Not anything I have a problem with, and I never will. My biggest problem is keeping it cut. It grows so fast. Two brother horsepower there. There you go. Hey, it worked. I don't know what the other combine's doing. Let's find out. Did he finish up? Kind of. Okay. Well, move to another field, I guess. See if I can get this big one going over here. Build a bowling ball. You could do that. Take a black marking pen and mark holes in it like finger holes on the top of your head, and then you just bend your head down. Look like a bowling ball. Just write Acme on there. Acme bowling ball. You're not getting bald just like a shaved head. Some people look good with shaved heads. Other people don't. I can't imagine me with a bald bald head. I mean, I don't even look good with hair. I don't know what the hell I'd look like bald. Bill. Come on. You can't unsub before I get the chance to ban you. I haven't banned Bill in a long time. I don't even know. I don't even know if you can ban a moderator. Can you ban a moderator? Would I have to take his moderation duties away from him to ban him? I don't know, because I don't know how any of that works. That's why I have you guys. All right, I'm going to let that go. Who's on there? Scorpion's on the big red Scorpion mobile. Scorpion's on the big red Reaper. All right, we'll continue on over here. Anybody seen Tim today? You would? Well, see, that's why I moderated him in the first place, so I couldn't accidentally ban him again. For those of you that are new, that's how we met Bill. He came into one of my live streams, and I accidentally banned him. I was trying to ban somebody else, and I didn't know how to do it. And I didn't have any moderators back then. Well, I did, but they weren't on at the time. So I was going to try to ban this guy, and the only way I knew how to do it was to go to the chat and click on the guy I wanted to ban, with the ban button. Well, just before I clicked the button, the chat moved and Bill popped up, and I hit the button and banned Bill. Well, he hasn't ever forgotten. I don't think he ever will. So I made him a moderator, so I couldn't do that anymore. Now he's got the big hammer. Andy's the only one that's got a different kind of hammer. Andy's got one of them kind of hammers that you knock a bung in a keg with. A mallet? Is it called a mallet? Or do they just call it a bung hammer? Wrong kind of bung. It was an accident. I'd say it was an honest accident, but I'm not entirely sure what that means. It's an honest mistake. But I don't know what the hell that means. That's like, I'm not sure what accident means. Jagan, my grandson, everything he does is an accident. And it's frustrating. I keep telling him, I said, no, that's not what the word means. He'll eat the last donut. And when somebody says, who ate the last donut? Oh, I accidentally ate it. No, you didn't. It wasn't an accident. An accident is when you're walking down the road and you get struck by lightning. That's an accident. Eating the last donut, you knew what the hell you were doing. It wasn't an accident. Obviously, when you ate the donut, you could see that there wasn't any more in the box. So you knew it was the last one and you ate it anyway. That is not an accident. But that's what he does in everything. Where's your phone? Oh, I accidentally lost it on the bus. Well, wait a minute. If it was an accident, how do you know it was on the bus that you lost it? He still doesn't know what the word accident means. So now you got a better insight as to how I accidentally banned you. It truly was an accident, no, because I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to do any of that. That's why I have you guys as moderators. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. I don't know. People ask me questions about Discord. I don't know anything about it. That's why Scorpion's on over there. Scorpion has the exact power I do on the Discord, because I don't know how to do anything. All right, look what I missed. I missed it. It's howdy doody time. It's tutti fruity time. It's soup du jour. Anybody drinking Dr. Pepper today? Because if you better hide it before Godzilla gets here, because it's his favorite. But we're looking at something like this today. I got it's live stream day. I keep forgetting my camera's up here. It's live stream day, so I got what was that? Oh, I hit the wrong button. I'm looking for my straw. I found it. Okay, I found the straw. Let's get that off. And I got a Baja Blast today, so just looking for a straw. Oh, dang it. Up there. Hi, camera. Oh, it's blinking. I forgot. This is a fancy camera. I've got certain things set on it. If I hold my... Oh, I can't do it. It'll see me. If I hold like that... If I hold my hand up like that for very long, it starts blinking and it changes modes to something else. I can change it by using my hand and certain gestures of my hand. The camera sees it and adjusts it. I don't know how it works, so I'm not going to show you. That's the first thing I do if I get anything new. I look through the box for the piece of equipment. I look for any accessories that go with it. And then I look for the instructions and throw them away. So, Baja Blast. And it's Kathmandu. We're eating the cats. Eat the cats. Yeah, eat the cats. Eating the cats. All right, I got to do something here because my rig is almost out of fuel. So fix that. There we go. Yeah, we're good. We're good to go. Oh, that tastes good today. Dr. K0. What's Dr. K? Is that Dr. K? Is that a faux Dr. Pepper? Scorpion, I know you drink a lot of alternative. What brand are you looking at? Like, for example, I think it's Safeway has a brand called Shasta. I know that Costco, a lot of Costco stuff is Kirkland. Fred Meyer's has its own version, so they've got a Fred Meyer's Coca-Cola and Fred Meyer's Dr. Pepper and their faux drinks. And I, for one, can't prove it in a court of law, but I truly think that if you get a Dr. Pepper knockoff from a large grocery chain, that it comes from the same keg as the regular Dr. Pepper does. They just slap a different label on it or put it in a different can. I could be completely wrong, but it wouldn't surprise me if that wasn't the case. Because they used to do that with a lot of stuff. For example, Montgomery Ward's and Sears. You could buy a Philips TV, and it's a Philips because I had the Philips model, and I went to Montgomery Ward's. They had my TV there, but it didn't say Philips on it. It said Montgomery Ward's. And then my mom had a Zenith TV, and I saw a Zenith TV that had Sears on it. So what they would do is they would buy the TVs from those manufacturers, and then just throw a different label on it and sell it in their catalogs. And I'm wondering if they might do that with some of the sodas and stuff. Scorpio says it's doubtful because the taste is different. See, I was wondering about Twinkies. Everybody knows what a Twinkie is, but when Hostess went out of business and another company started making Twinkies, they didn't taste the same to me. And I'm wondering if Hostess kept their recipe. There's a channel on the YouTube of a guy that breaks down what things are made out of and then makes his own recipes. So he's got his own version of the Twinkie because he claims he knows how they do it. What do they call that when they reverse engineer? That's what it's called. So this guy takes things like Twinkies and reverse engineers them so that he can make them at home. Yeah, they're not as good, and they're not as big. They made them a lot smaller. Yeah, I never thought the Twinkies taste the same after the Hostess went out of business. Hey, Matt, how's it going? Yeah, I got Mountain Dew, Matt. I think this new camera is a little better. Remember when I used to put the Mountain Dew up and it would disappear? It doesn't do that anymore. And the new camera, it looks, to me, the picture looks better. I know it's running at 4K. This one, my other camera was supposed to be 4K, but I never saw it running at 4K. This one looks like it's running on 4K. It's smaller than the other one. It's a smaller camera. And it's magnetic. so I can use it with my phone and hook it to something. Like if I was videotaping something on my phone and I was in a car, I could stick it on something magnetic and like if I had a steel plate in my head, I could snap it to my head. Hey, could be a new version of the GoPro. Matt says he's doing good today. I didn't notice anything with the Scorpion says that the cupcakes taste the same. I never ate cupcakes, but I did eat a lot of the pies, like the cherry pies, lemon pies, and they seem to taste the same. It's just the Twinkies that were different. So I'm wondering if they didn't get the actual recipe when they started making them. I don't know. It's all a big conspiracy. Okay, I think I'm done there. I need to jump over to this other field over here. So we're going to do it the easy way, not that way, not that way. What did I just do? Uh-oh, I hit something. I hit the pause button. What did I just do? I broke it. I broke the game. Am I back? Camera looks like crap on YouTube streaming anyway, so no difference. Yeah, that's true. The best you can do on YouTube and Twitch is 1080p, and they want you at 720p. So that's where they want you to be. I guess I'm back on the stream. Is it back? Is it doing good? Because I hit some kind of button and it messed it up. I gotta stop hitting buttons. Well, at least Scorpion said that the camera looked like crap, not the subject in the camera. But I know that's what he was thinking. He was just kind not to say it. All right, Matt. Thank you. Do I hire a worker or just let this guy go? I don't know what to do. All right, Rob's working the day before his birthday. I forgot to ask Lori how old Rob was. He can't be 16 yet. I can't believe Addie's 16 and got her driver's permit. And here's the thing now. She's blackmailing me. She doesn't want to go to school. And so I got her in that alternative program where she only has to go to school 3 hours a day, but there's really no breaks or anything, and she has to do everything on a computer. Well, most of her classes are on a computer, it's a little bit more intense because she only has to go 3 hours a day. Anyway, she never wants to go. Like this week alone, she's already missed 1 day this week, and she missed 2 days last week. She just refuses to go. And so she's bribing me now. I'll go to school every day if you take me out driving so I can practice driving. I told her, well, that's fine, but you're not gonna be driving on the road. And I said, I never let my kids drive on the road, and they were older than you. My kids never started driving at 16. They were in their 20s before I took them out. They didn't have anywhere to go and nothing to go in. The school was across the street. The high school was only 3 blocks or four blocks away. So they walked to school every day. They didn't need a car. They didn't need to drive. And I never let them drive on the road. I took them out to we live on the ocean. You guys know that. But we live on the mouth of the Columbia. So where the Columbia River comes in from the ocean, there's a jetty out there to it's a man-made jetty that kind of controls the water coming in the mouth of the river. And there's huge parking lots out there. Oh, Lori says he'll be 11. Wow, he's a year older than I thought. No, he's not. I thought he was 10, and he's going to be 11. Yeah, I was right. Okay, that makes sense. Anyway, there's big parking lots out there because there's a lot of RV stuff out there on the jetty. There's a big state park out there. It's the biggest state park in the state of Oregon. Fort Stevens, they call it. You could probably look it up. Fort Stevens, you almost have to reserve a spot 2 years in advance to be able to get in there. Anyway, there's a great big parking lot out there, and a lot of times it's empty, especially at certain times of day or certain times of year, like when school's out, when school's in. So I took my kids out there and just let them run around the parking lot, practice driving. It's big enough they can get up to like 15, 20 miles an hour. They don't need to be going any faster than that to learn how to drive. And it's the turning and, getting used to the size of the vehicle, that kind of thing. So I told her, I said, just be prepared. You're not going to be driving on the road. You're going to have to be driving quite some time before you're loose on the road. I told her, I said, what? If you think about it, get in your car and go out on the freeway and think about it. Let's say you're on a 2-lane highway. You're going 60, 65 miles an hour. The people coming towards you are doing 60, 65 miles an hour. How fast is that if you hit? Both of you doing 65 miles an hour. And then think of this. When you pass each other, your cars are only a couple feet apart. Any little distraction and you're head on. It's amazing we don't have as many accidents as we have. It's actually quite scary if you think about it. Hey, Nick's in the house. Hello, Nick. Ken Dog's going to go have supper. Well, thanks for stopping by, Ken Dog. I appreciate it. And I hope you have a good supper. I'm hungry now. Maybe it's time for Scorpion to get the barbecue out. How you doing, Nick? Did you guys see that hurricane that we had? Is it Helen or Helene? There's going to be as much damage as that great big one we had before. What was that big one we had before? I can't think of the name of it. Oh my God, it was a mess. There's already almost 200 people dead. And there's another couple hundred still missing.
Yeah.
And our government came out today and said that there's no money to send for them to help them because it was all spent on the illegal aliens that they let in. So there's still people need rescuing out there, and they're not going to do anything about it. I know there's a lot of organizations out there that are going on the internet asking for volunteers, and they're putting together great big parties to go down there from other states to try to rescue people. President Trump has already been down there with a bunch of tanker trucks of fuel and semi trucks of water and food, but our government says they can't do anything because they spend all the money on the illegal aliens. And they already, if you remember, Biden already emptied our fuel reserve. America has a fuel reserve that we keep for emergencies. There's quite a number of gallons, millions of gallons of fuel kept in reserve in case we have something like this happen. He released that earlier this year so that he could bring the price of fuel down at the gas pumps and look good. So we don't have any fuel. We don't have emergency fuel to take down there. It's just a disaster, literally. It's an unbelievable mess right now. Is Bill, are you out of here? Did I miss Bill? See you, peeps? All right, Bill, take care, buddy. Stay well. Make sure you keep your head warm now that it's bald. Of course, he said he's been doing it for years. But anyway, he's got a wife now to keep his head warm. Or at least a dog. He said the dog was there. Bill's going to get mad at me. Don't subscribe. I'm just kidding. Take care, buddy. Yeah, Elon already sent a bunch to Georgia. They took care of Georgia 2 days ago, but he was trying to take care of North Carolina now because both states got hit pretty hard. And here's something else that pissed me off. There were some local people down there, local pilots, local helicopter pilots that were taking their helicopters out trying to rescue people out of the water. And the law enforcement were going after them to stop them. They don't want anybody doing that for some reason. So people were trying to help, and they were being stopped by the law enforcement. Unbelievable. And the saddest thing I heard, and you guys know I don't watch TV, so I don't watch the news. I don't believe it even if I saw it. But evidently there was a story in the news about two grandparents and a child, or maybe more. I only thought I heard a child. Were on top of a roof trying to survive when the roof fell in, and they all died. It's just sad. I'm sure there's many other stories. I think they said that the death count is shy of 200 so far, but they said there were still a few hundred that were still missing. It's just unbelievable, and the government's doing absolutely nothing about it. Yeah, and the scary part is that they may very well get voted back in to continue messing the country up. Like they haven't messed it up enough already. Oh, the whole town, yeah, the whole town's gone. Whoop. Back her up, buddy. Yeah, I think you're right, Nick. Well, I'm actually absolutely sure you're right. Kamala, our vice president, said that she wanted to give everybody a $750 gift certificate card, but only if they really needed it. That's what they were going to offer to help. I forgot to tell Nick. Nick, I'm listening to your music on your YouTube page at night to put me to sleep. It's pretty good. Pretty good music. I can't remember if I told you guys earlier, but I got a message today before the live stream from Down Under, from Steve the farmer. Steve the farmer saw that I was talking about him, and said that he's still watching the videos but he hasn't been able to come on during the time that I'm actually streaming. But I wanted to let us all know he's doing well, so anyway, there you go. Steve the farmer from Down Under is doing well. I always get a little bit worried about people when I don't see them for a while. Like I was worried about Chewy. I haven't seen Chewy for a while. And I'm sure they're probably fine. They just moved on from my channel. That's fine. That's okay. I would if I could. I gotta get used to the camera being in front of me now. I keep looking over at the chat and talking because that's how I used to do it. I would look at the chat and answer questions. Well, now the camera's over here. So, Purnell Farms, hey, how y'all doing? my live stream was. I think my favorite one was the one where I did where I flew over Mount Hood and Mount St. Helens. That was my favorite one. It's pretty short, but I want people to see what Mount St. Helens look like now after all those years of having its top blown off. All right, did I miss anything? Let's look. All right. Okay, got that one. That's not mine. Okay, that's mine over there, but we haven't been over here yet. All right, we'll come over here next. But yeah, that's not mine. All right, I think I got everything over here. It's this field right here I always miss right here, but I got it early. All right, so let's head back over here and see how he's doing. Looks like he's done. Let's get down there. Get him started up. So what's Purnell doing today? What kind of farm have you got? An animal farm? I see the avatar has animals. Well, a person and animals. Both of my monitors are 4K, so the avatars are very, very little. So I really can't see it. It looks like a black cow or calf or a heifer and a person, but I can't really tell. But we certainly love farmers. I do. There's no, you know, I grew up on a small farm. You know, farming is not a job. People think farming's a job. Farming's not a job. Farming's a lifestyle. If farming was just a job, there wouldn't be anybody doing it. Because I don't know of anybody that works as hard as a farmer does. A farmer, especially a farmer with animals, if you're a farmer with animals, it's 24/7 because those animals need to be cared for. But even if you're not, you're working 7 days a week from dusk to dawn, you know, and you're lucky to get a vacation of any kind. And I always regret not going into farming, but I wouldn't have made it. My wife already told me she loves the farm life, but she wasn't willing to work that hard. It is hard work. It's very hard work, and it's never ending. And these people that think that it's easy, I've had politicians claiming, there was one guy was running for president from New York and said that farming was just, you know, what's the big deal about farming, he said. You dig a hole, put a seed in it, and hope it rains. He's, how hard could it be? You have no idea. people like that have no clue whatsoever. You know what a farmer nowadays, I mean, look at the inside of a combine now. Look at this. Computers, they got to know computers. They got to know weather. They've got to know mechanics. They have to know how to overhaul engines. They got to know farmers. They got to know financing. Just dig a hole and put a seed in it, you moron. Yeah, I watched several YouTube pages on farmers. A couple of my favorites. I watch Acres of Clay. They're a dairy, and it's a family. They've got, let's see, what do they got? Three boys and a girl. The girl just got married though, and she's moved out. The oldest boy has a full-time job, but also works on the dairy. And then the two younger brothers work the dairy. One of them's still in school. But these people are so hardworking. And, they got to milk cows twice a day. Plus they do field work. And the wife's out there doing field work all day and has to come in and cook dinner. I mean, it's just unbelievable. They have to be chemists, that's right. The weather, they have to know the weather. They have to know so much. They have to know economics. And then there's a couple others. There's another family I watch. God, what's their name? I can't think of their name off the top of my head. He's got his own church. He's a minister. They've got a big farm, though, and they got a bunch of kids, a ton of kids. They got something like 4 or 5 daughters and 1 son. And one of the daughters runs the YouTube page. The YouTube page is actually the father's, but he doesn't do anything on it. He lets his daughter run it. Dmitri, how are you? All right, I got to get this guy traveling. Let's put him, let's see, where are we at? He's over here. He needs to do, let's put him clear over here in this one. Oh, shoot, I got to get rid of the water. All right, this one's full of water. We got to go get rid of the water. All right, to get rid of the pipes. Now the pipes, you can see the pipes putting the water from the ditch. If you use this shovel right here, it'll pull the pipes out. And now that field is ready to go. And then this one here, I can't remember where the water's at. Did I get the water? Was that the water for this one? I think it is. I think it does do that as well. Is that mine over there? By God, oh my God, when did I buy this? I don't remember buying this. I must have bought this last Tuesday. This is all mine. Holy smokes. I must be a hard-working farmer. I know how to dig a hole and put water in it. All right, let's get started here. Shelmer, Shelmer Acres. I have to look that up. Shelmer Acres. I can't remember whether Acres of Clay, I think they're in Michigan. But the father and wife, they both were from farm. They were both from farms when they met and started their own farm. And they do dairy. It's a dairy farm, but they have some land of their own, and some land that that their neighbors have, and the neighbor plants the crop, and then they pay for the crop and harvest it themselves. So they just come into their neighbor's land and harvest the crop that they paid for. So they're doing the work of growing the crop, but they don't own the land. They do own some of their own land though, and they do a lot of corn and turn it into silage. They call it earlage. So they're not just dairy farm, they're a regular farm too. But they have to be builders. They're just in the process of building this huge barn. So that, you know, on top of everything else, they have to know how to build stuff. Farmers are not stupid people. Savannah bananas. That even sounds funny. All right, who's working? Tim's on the job and ready for action. I haven't seen Tim. Tim's not been in today. I'm not drinking any of this. Look, I've barely taken a couple sips out of this. What's wrong with me? All right, I got one more to do here. And my canola and my pinto beans I haven't even touched yet, but they're not ready to harvest yet. So if you guys remember, on Tuesday the rice was already growing, and I had to plant the canola and the pinto beans myself because I couldn't get you guys to do it. I was going to ask you guys something, and I haven't decided. I asked Carol about last night. She said she didn't care. And I haven't decided if I even want to do it. Every year since I retired, I've grown my beard out for the holidays. The grandkids were little then. They don't really care anymore. But that way, I had a big long beard for Christmas. And I was thinking if I was going to do that this year. During COVID, I let it go for 2 years, and it was way down almost to my belt line. And when I let it go up in here and down on my neck, because I usually shave down here and I shave up here. But I just let it go. I didn't shave at all and just let it go. And I had a beard down, I don't know, there's a picture on here someplace. I don't know if I still have a picture up there. No, that's Red Dead. Uh-oh. What was that? Oh, crap. Hang on. I just messed up. All right, I'm back. Anyway, I don't know if I still have it on here. I guess I don't. But I was thinking of letting it go and then just checking. You guys could just check me out every week to see how it's growing. I've noticed that the last couple of years, as I've gotten older, because, you know, I just turned 71 in June, and I've noticed that around 68 or 69, before that time, I could literally grow a beard in a few weeks. My beard isn't growing like it used to, and I'm wondering, and I think it might be because the older I get, the last couple of years I've had a pretty low testosterone. I have to take testosterone. The diabetes and my age, I suppose. My testosterone count has went down the last couple of years, and I noticed that my beard doesn't quite grow as fast as it used to. I remember talking about growing my beard where I'd say, you know, yeah, in 2 to 3 weeks this will be down here. And it used to be, and I don't think it is anymore. So I was thinking about doing that. If I was going to do it, it's October. I need to do it now or it's not going to grow out before Christmas. Not like I would want it, you know, down here. And I don't know if I even want to do it. When I grow my beard out, it puts about 10, 20 years on me. And, yeah, like most people look at me and say that I'm in my 50s. I say, no, I'm 71. But if I grow a beard out, I look like I'm in my 70s if I let my beard grow out. Even my hair, when it gets long, and my beard right now is longer than I usually keep it. And but I was thinking about that, but I don't know if I want to do it. That's why I wasn't going to mention it. All right, let's see. Let's take this guy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, but we'll try. These fields might be able to be worked by a hired worker. So let's see. Oh shoot! What did I just do? Is there water? Uh-oh. No, I took the water out. Okay. Oh, yeah, I hate to shave. I always have hated to shave. One of the reasons why I have a beard. But I've always trimmed my beard, though. So I actually do still have to shave. I shave my mustache down because I can't stand my mustache growing up in my nose because it does. So I shave this down here, and then I always have shaved this down, and then of course down here, and then I shave on each side of this. So I still have to shave, and it's a pain in the butt. Well, I don't shave my butt, so it's actually not a pain in the butt, but you get my drift. I've got to remember where the camera's at. Dang it. I was just getting used to the camera being over there, and now it's in front of me. It'll take me forever to get used to it. Uh-oh. That guy's almost done over there. I better go check. Tim, are you done? He's done now. I fired him. Well, it looks like he did a pretty good job. Amazingly. Wow. I left him to his own desire, and he just finished it up good. Uh-oh. Can I get across there? I'm going to have to jump it, guys. Oh, that was a little tougher than that last one. Maybe I wasn't going fast enough. Made it though. Made it. I think I bent my header. The header looks bent. Holy smokes! This is a ditch. Why is this field so far underground? Oh my God, I just thought about it. It's Thursday, isn't it? That means weekend's here already. Wow. Time sure flies, isn't it? I don't know if I'd say that to women. They might take offense to that. You're going to compare having to shave to a woman's time of the month? I don't know. They might not agree with that. I don't get cramps in my chin if I don't shave. Oh, we're gonna get in trouble over this, Nick. You're gonna get us in trouble over that. Okay, what's happening over here? Boy, he missed a big chunk, didn't he? What happened? All right, here, this gotta come over. Andy, don't panic. That's one of my favorite ones because I'm always panicked. You know, I'm really panicking. It's Thursday. And I haven't done any recording. I can't stop playing Red Dead. I haven't done any recording of Fallout London. I've got nothing for next week. I'm going to have to sit this weekend and get it done. Because it takes me a couple days to do all the work on it once I record it. All the editing and that kind of stuff. And so I need a couple of days because it takes so long to get it uploaded and get YouTube to, because YouTube has to do their thing to it once they get it from me. So what happens is, let's say I have a video right now that I need to go up in the next hour. It ain't gonna happen because it would take me maybe a half hour or so to upload it to YouTube, at least a half hour, maybe 45 minutes, because I send my videos up in 4K, and whether they show in 4K or not. But then YouTube then has to process it. They have to do their thing to it, which takes another couple of hours before it'll be able to be seen. So there's no way. If I need to have a video go up tomorrow, I need to get it up there today. And so that means I'm gonna have to record probably tomorrow, and then that gives me Saturday to get it all done and Sunday to get it up on YouTube. I wasn't even thinking about that. I'll let you in on a secret. I mentioned it, so it's not too big a secret, but I mentioned it in the video. But nobody watches my videos. Anyway, I'll let you in on a little secret. When you watch the Fallout London, I record those all at the same time. I'll start the recording, and I've got a timer going. When 45 minutes is up, I hit the timer, and I say, well, that's it for today, everybody. Thanks for showing up. I'll see you next one. Ta-ta for now. And after I do that, I sit down and I start playing the game again. And I record another 45 minutes. And when the timer goes off, well, guys, that's it for today, blah, blah, blah. And the way you can tell is I've got the same shirt on. So for 3 videos, I do that for an hour and a half. Well, longer than that. Whatever 3 times 45 is. Couple hours. I'll record for a couple hours, and then I edit it all up into three videos. But I don't bother changing my shirt, and so you can tell that I do it all in one setting. Oh, that guy missed a spot, and he's not going to cover it. It means I got to do it. Who died and made me the worker? I don't even get paid grain for this. Which reminds me, I'm probably out of grain. Because I don't earn grain like you guys do. Okay, hey, Anthony's driving this rig. Thanks, Andy. I know you're the only one. But that's okay. I still have fun doing them. Especially on a game that I like so much that's completely new. I mean, Fallout London is completely different, than Fallout. It's not the same game. It's just running on the same engine. I think I'm done with rice. I think. Am I? I think so. Let's see. All right, I got all of that. That's not mine over there. All of this. That's got cows on it. Or coos, depending on whether you're in Scotland or not. I did all of this. That's not mine. Wait a minute, that is mine. That is mine, but it's not ready to harvest yet. And this little field is mine. Of course, it's not ready. This is mine. And this is mine. And then that's mine. Everything else is done. All I got to do now is pick up all the hay. Hey, hey, hey. Pick up the hay and it's ready to go. You did. I didn't scream or you didn't scream, because I'm always screaming. No, there you go. I like that. That's ridiculous. Well, you know who. If you know who gets back in the presidency, that's going to stop. That's going to stop. The only thing that people have to know about that is that one poor volleyball girl, a girl on a volleyball team, that the other team had a guy on it that claimed to be a girl. He spiked the ball so hard it hit this girl in the head, and she's damn near paralyzed for life. It injured her so bad it's a lifelong injury. That's ridiculous. That's all you need to know about that. It should never have happened. But anyway, it's 3 o'clock. I got to get out of here before I get in trouble. So thanks for being here with me. I hope you had fun. I hope to see you. It's Thursday. I don't know if I'm going to do anything this weekend or not. I may or may not. I got some stuff to do. But if I do, I always say that just in case I decide to do a special live stream on the weekend, which I normally don't do. But anyway, at any rate, hopefully I'll see you next week. In the meantime, take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. Thanks for joining me today. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.